So what's they gonna do? Is they gonna keep this baby or not? Because that was very unclear. That was very unclear. So I honestly don't know what they're gonna do. Anywho, this is Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, season 16, episode 2. Back in the saddle. Man, so I'm just gonna start off with talking about Amelia and Link. I know his name now. I just kind of don't really understand what they're going to do. So Amelia did tell Link about Christopher, her baby that was born without a brain from private practice. I did tell y'all to catch that. I told y'all to watch that. Please do so. So she told him about that and her fears about it. And then we also saw Link talk to Joe about his feelings about having a baby with him having cancer and stuff. So it didn't go quite where I thought it would, but it went somewhere. So basically, you know, it's kind of, I don't know what they're going to do, because she was like, I don't ever want to feel this again. But then with his response to her, he kind of felt like, kind of made her want to have the baby when she got up and walked out the tree room. I don't know what they technically call it, but that's what I'm going to call it, the tree room. So I don't know exactly what they're going to do, if they're going to keep the baby or not, but I'm praying that they keep the baby, because this will be another Shonda Rhimes switch up, just out of the freaking wind of the blue thing, you know what I'm saying? So I really hope that she keeps the baby. Anyways, moving on to Meredith. So basically, this episode, she's over here diagnosing a whole bunch of people, and community service, diagnosing them, telling them that they need to go to the hospital and everything to see Alex and Dr. Weber. And so she's all like, checking people out, and she goes to the hospital in Jackson, and she gets him to check out this one of the leader, the one who's in charge of her community service, and so then she finds out she has cancer, which is, crazy. And Meredith decides that she is going to start she's going to write. Why start? She's going to write about the experience that she's having with, running to all these people who don't have the medical treatment that they need, and to get all the medicine and everything that they need. And honestly, that's A1. That's something that we haven't got to see on Grey's Anatomy. I'm so happy that we're going to get to see something like that. So that's going to be, I'm looking forward to that. I'm glad that she did technically break the law by treating the one who's in charge of her. But honestly, I don't think that's really nothing's gonna happen. So, anyways, let's see what happened next. So yeah, Alex and Dr. Weber, they are starting at that new hospital. I can't remember exactly what it's called.
I'm sure
But they
it's fine.
started.
Just
Excuse me. They started at the new hospital, and basically they're trying to, get their hands, on everything, and try to see exactly what, they're dealing with, and they find it's really different to what they're used to from Sloan Gray Memorial. So it's something that they're having to get used to, with being at this new, excuse me, with being at this new hospital. They're having to start from the ground up, building it from the ground up. That's different for Dr. Weber, which he had 35 years of building a hospital, so he got stuck in his ways of, building at a hospital that he was already in. We have seen its rises and its falls when they did the merger, or Mercy West, when they did that. Um, so when they did that and everything, um, that was, you know, another time when they had some rough times. So it's been about, that was in season 6, so this is season 6. That was 10 years ago. So at this point, they're used to having things their way. And then, what, in season 9, when they bought the hospital, so, you know, that was 7 years ago. So they haven't gone through tough times like this in a while. So, and they still, even with that, never had to rebuild a whole trauma center. They've been used to being a level 1 trauma center for like a long time. I remember back when they used to watch the list and see what trauma center they were. So with them starting over here at this new one, they're building up from ground zero, building a whole new look, proving Bailey wrong, basically. And I'm excited to see where they take this, like I mentioned in last week's video. What's next? Jackson and Maggie. So they kind of talk about, you know, she's kind of sneak dissing, you know what I'm saying? Trying to make a little petty remarks with him about him talking and dating with Vic. And I'm so excited about that. You just don't have no idea. They had to do something like this to make up for what they did last season on Station 19. This is amazing to me. This is totally amazing. They totally made up for Ripley. So with them doing this is something that I'm very excited to see how this turned out. Maggie was kind of petty. She came off a little jealous, a little, you know, stick in the mud, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, that was kind of nice to see, you know, them talk about that, and for Jackson to actually stick up for Vic and say, you know, how wonderful that she actually was. So that was nice to see as well. Then let's see what happened with Joe. So Joe, she's going back to work, and Alex actually offers her a job at the new hospital he's working at, you know, as over general surgery. And she says that she'll think about it. She goes and asks that same job of Dr. Bailey, and she gives it to her on the spot. She doesn't have any room. She needs people. She needs help. So at this point, she's doing whatever. She's taking the, you know, backseat, trying to get these new residents, you know, up to par. So she needs somebody. Joe counters back and says, nah, this isn't gonna work. I need this. And Bailey gives it to her. So it was kind of nice to see Joe back in the swing of things. It's gonna be nice to see how she works out with everything, and see how her journey from coming from this mental breakdown that she had, and seeing how she transitions from this a little bit. So then, my favorite part of the episode, Dr. Bailey is being the Nazi again. She's being the Nazi, bringing it all the way back to season like 1, I believe, season 1, season 2, and the Nazi's back. I'm liking what I'm seeing. She's trained. You know, she lost the last 2 doctors that she trained, and everybody's all sad about it. Like, yep, these are, you know, she said, I trained these doctors. You know, I made them who they are. So, do you want to be the next Gray and Karev? And it's kind of crazy to see that they were the last 2 doctors standing from all of the doctors. That's crazy. It was, what, Izzy, George, Karev, Meredith, Christina. Yeah, it's crazy to see that they were the last 2 standing. Honestly, I always thought it would have been Christina and Meredith, but to actually see Karev and Meredith, you know, that's really exciting. So they were the last 2 standing. They're the last 2 still left on the show. I really would hope to see Christina get back on the show one day. You know, even Izzy. Even though, you know, we know Catherine's, you know, I don't know how. You know, Shonda Rhimes didn't kill her off the show. You know how she likes to kill people off shows. From Scandal, you know, to every show. So mess with Shonda, she kills you off. But she didn't kill Izzy off. So it's hope for her yet. It would be nice to see now how she would be on Grey's Anatomy. It would be nice. It's been 10 years again. It's another 10-year thing. It's been 10 years since she's been on Grey's Anatomy. So, that'd be something I see. Anyways, I done got all the way off topic. So, she's training these new residents how to be everything that she wants them to be. She trained all of them. She knows exactly what she wants. Her and DeLuca kind of are into it about it. DeLuca thinks that she's favoring other residents because of what happened with Meredith. Excuse me. But she's actually just being a teacher. She thinks that, he thinks that, it's all because of what happened with Meredith and, and the firing and all that. But no, she's using this as a teaching moment, and, he later realizes that is what was going on, and, it's kind of, I'm not totally convinced yet, but we're going to see how this season goes. I'm just kind of all over the place with it. I don't know what I'm expecting. Next week looks interesting. So I'm going to see, how I like that and how it goes. I'm really excited to see what's going to go on with Amelia and Blink. And, if they pull another Vickley thing with them, I'm going to be it doesn't have to be death, but just them getting rid of the baby. I don't think I'll be very happy. Shonda Rhimes been on notice for a while now, and that just kind of sets me over. She's kind of been ruining every happy moment, on the show. I know everything can't be perfect because it's a show, but don't ruin any more happy moments. We need something. We need something that's a happy on the show. Like, it's crazy. So we need something to be good and A1 and sane. And I can't wait to see what they do with it. This was shorter. I talked a lot faster than I did the last one. But it wasn't really that much to it as, that much. It was, but it wasn't at the same time. I'm excited to see what Meredith does, how she writes the article and how that affects her review board decision. I'm excited to see what Karev and whoever do at the new hospital. I'm excited to see about Amelia and the baby. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm like super tired. I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see how Dr. Bailey does with these residents, getting them prepared and actually taking them and giving them a front row seat. We haven't seen that in a while, and to see that back, that's great. And I just wish that Callie was here. I kept saying that the whole episode. The episode, I was like, man, Callie should be here for this. Because you remember when Jackson got Karev with the numbing agent or whatever. That was a great episode. I can't remember what they called it, but it was great to see. I wish that Callie was here because her character and Dr. Bailey together doing this to them, it made it so worthwhile. Because you can't mention, Dr. Bailey having everything to do with it. Callie has some things to do with it as well. So, them two from Dr. Weber's learning, they taught these residents a lot. So it's going to be great. It would have been great to see that. But anyways, I'll see you guys next week. And, yeah, so, goodbye. Like, comment, subscribe if you like the video. And I'll see you guys next week.